HALTS buying gold. Is that bad news? Well, I'll give you my opinion. And of course, we also take a look at the usual gold, silver, and platinum price analyses. Use the time codes below if you're watching this on the replay to go to your favorite part, or if you're watching this live, you get to enjoy everything we do here at Good Morning Stackers. An extra singing one right there. Your week daily live show all about silver, gold, economic news, bullion related, stacking related stuff. And you get to enjoy this synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage of your choice. Doesn't matter what it is. We're not judgy here in the GMS family, and we slurp them synchronously together. We do some shout outs, a couple of quick plugs, and then we get straight into the topic of the day. But grab your tasty beverage right now. We'll do the synchronized slurp at the 1 minute mark. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My name is Joe Main. I am a veteran, meaning really old, stacker. And I've worked in the precious metals industry here in Australia for 11 years now. I do this show and I help businesses, any kind of business, launch and grow on YouTube and other social media. That's what I've been doing in the bullion industry for a number of years, launching and growing bullion dealers' YouTube channels. And you've seen my work within Australia. Of course, you might very well know me from Bullion Now. Of course, all those videos that you know and love from the Bullion Now channel, all the big ones, the 1 million, nearly 1 million views, or the multiple 100,000 plus views, or the epic unboxings. That's me, baby. Plus everyone at the team, but I ran the thing. And Ainslie Bullion as well. I revitalized their channel. So you can see what I've been able to do for bullion dealers' social media channels and building their customer base and creating a community and a family, particularly for Bullion Now, starting off as their first employee and then leaving with, nearly 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. Plus, I now do that for any kind of business whatsoever. So I have different clients in different kind of businesses. If you have a business, or if you know someone that has a business that can benefit from launching and growing their social media presence, mainly YouTube, but other ones as well, Instagram, Facebook, the whole deal, send them my way because you've seen my work and you know what I can do. That's my quick plug. We'll do some quick shout outs, but of course we'll do the quick plug for Perth Bullion Exchange as well. Then we'll get to the topic. This happens to be their special of the week. Now what they're doing, they launched in May and they did 30 days of specials. A special every single day. Now what they're doing, they're fully running and up and going. The website's looking fantastic, all that stuff. And they're doing a special every single week. They'll release it on a Monday, and that's a whole week that the special is gone. Not just for one day, not for just 24 hours like some of these other bullion dealers. No, they're doing, some of them I worked for, but they are doing a weekly special, meaning it runs for the whole week. So the weekly special started yesterday. It's the 5-ounce silver Roman Imp Vespian AVG from Scottsdale. So the Scottsdale 5-ounce silver button with the Roman Imp Vespian design. All right, they're for $5 off per button, and you also get quantity discounts. So you still get the extra discounts if you buy more. Plus, buying over 20 gets you free shipping. It's crazy. You know this, Perth Bullion Exchange, the first company in Australia to offer free shipping when buying any kind of over a certain quantity. That is, first company to do it in Australia. It took a long time, but they stepped up and said, no, we're going to be the first ones. And so it's really glad to see. That's why they are my preferred dealer and my brand partner. That is the plugs and all that stuff. Let's do the shout outs. Then we'll talk about China, central bank halting gold buying, and is that a bad thing? Is it we just blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about that. But of course, we do some shout outs. CT from the Lone Star State in Texas says, GMS, working late today, we'll have to catch the replay. That's fine. I love always, CT, that you come in and say, GMS, but I can't stay. I love that. That's the family environment here. Pete Repeat, GMS. Tony Peterson's in the house. GMS. Synchronized Slurp. We're on the move. That's the, Knackers O'Reilly. Knackers O'Reilly. Yo. Knackers O'Reilly. I'd like to know, Knackers O'Reilly, is this the O'Reilly that I'm thinking of? It very well may not be the O'Reilly I'm thinking of, but if it's the one I'm thinking of, give me a little sign. Oh, no, it's not. Pete, Pete repeat. Now I'm just reading the comments here. Hi Tony, good vibes. Now knackers are now. You have confirmed you're not the O'Reilly that I think you are, but all O'Reillys are good. All O'Reillys are good O'Reillys. Knackers asks, g'day Knackers. Are you working with Matt with his new coin shop? No, I'm not. I'm not working with Matt. Matt Thompson, and I'll give a lovely shout out to Matt if he's watching, if he ever sees this one. Matt Thompson from Thompson's Coins. Matt and I first worked together at Bullion Now. So I'll give you the quick thing. I was Bullion Now's very first employee. Technically, I was a contractor, but I was their first. There was Michael, the business owner, and then someone else helping on the back end of things, but not part of the business technically. And I was literally the first person to work for Michael at Bullion Now. And then Ruben, who joined like 3 to 6 months later, was around about that kind of time. He was technically the first employee because he was on the PAYG payroll, but I was just working as a contractor, invoicing. So technically, yeah, Ruben was the first employee. I was really the first employee. Anyway, and then Matt joined like a year and a half or about a year and a half into the business, something like that. It was funny. We, at the time we were looking for more people. And so we had put out a thing on seek.com.au, looking for people. I think it was through there. And then this guy came in called Matt, and we had a chat with him, and he said where he came from. And both Michael and I looked at each other after we spoke to this guy, because I was in the room at the time because I was serving customers, and I spoke to him as well. Anyway, the interview happened when I was in the room, and I literally looked at that guy, and I saw Matt, and I turned to Michael, and we looked at each other and went, "He's it. He's like, we want to work with that guy." Because he's great. So Matt at Thompson's Coins. So Matt's been part of the Bullion Now family for a long time. Is he still there, or is he now doing Thompson's Coins? I haven't spoken to Matt for a little bit. So has he removed himself from Bullion Now and he's just doing Thompson's Coins, or is he kind of doing both? I'd like to know that. But Matt started his Thompson's Coins, and I happen to know it's in the eastern of Melbourne area. I think it's in Baronia, because out of interest, if Matt is watching, my uncle randomly texted me the other day, messaged me and said, "Oh, I went into this," and he's not really, as far as I know, into bullion, buying bullion and stuff, but because of this show, I think he's starting to get into it. He said, "I went into a store called Thompson's Coins, but I didn't get to speak to the owner." I went, "That's Matt's show. That's Matt's store." So then I told him about that, and next time he's in, my uncle will say hi to Matt. Anyway, g'day, Matt. If you're watching, great to see you. Matt's there. Matt's only there on Fridays. I see. Okay. Matt's only there on Fridays, but it's Thompson's Coins. Okay, all right, cool. I should lives on Friday. Lives on Friday. Lives on Friday? Is there on Friday? Anyway, sorry. Matt's only there at Bullion Now on Fridays for the live show. That's what I'm hearing. So Matt comes back to do the live show at Bullion Now on the... Okay, got you. Fantastic. By the way, I have no problem talking about other bullion dealers. If anyone, you can see it very clear. Bullion Now do their lovely show, their amazing, live show on a Friday. I do my live show every single morning as well. And of course, there's other bullion dealers. Ainslie Bullion doing their thing now since I revitalized their channel, and they're just doing great guns, at the moment. So go give them a follow. A subscribe as well. It's more economic news-based content rather than, sort of silly things like the Synchronised Slurp and things like that. But they're doing their thing the way they want to do it, which is great. Bullion Now still does their thing, which I, obviously helped to build from the beginning. And I do my thing now. So I love that we're sharing the love here. We're all one big stacking community, and no one should be like, "Oh, screw that guy, and now that guy," and all that. Why be competitors? Let's all be friends, right? And of course, Perth Bullion Exchange, the newest bullion dealership, big bullion dealership, major one to enter the scene. And then my brand partner, and they're doing great guns as well. Pete Repeat says, I think he works all day Friday, not just live. Okay, so he works on Fridays, part-time with the thing, and then he's there for the live show. I got it. G'day, Matt. If you're watching, hit me up, mate, and we'll have a chat. All right, let's go. Let's talk about, let's see, what do you reckon? Should we do... I'll leave it up to you. Should we do China first, or should we do the gold-silver analysis? No, we're going to talk about China first. That's a great idea. Okay, time code. Let's talk about China's central bank halting gold purchases in May. And this came out after the fact, of course. So they didn't just say, They didn't say at the end of April, okay, now imagine if they hadn't done that, right? Oh, we're done buying gold this next month. We're not going to buy gold, right? So obviously they wouldn't do that because you see, boop, 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 boop. But it came out just recently, a report at the end of May, that China didn't buy any extra gold in May. So let's take a look at the quick report here. I'll show that. We'll read about it, and we'll read about it, then we'll talk about it. Again, Perth Bullion Exchange, Australia's first deal to offer free express shipping on all discount volumes. But here is China's central bank, right here, people. This is from mining.com, okay, and this they've just repurposed this, I think, from Reuters, basically. Now, this is from a few days ago, but this is one of the reasons many people think that we saw the big dip just recently, as the market was closing. Before the market closed, we saw this dip because China's central bank paused gold purchases in May after 18 months of buying. Is this a good or bad thing? We'll talk about that, but let's just quickly read through here. China's central bank paused gold purchases to its reserves in May when spot price gold hit a record all-time high after 18 months of consecutive purchases, official data showed on Friday. Yes, that would be hence why a decent dip in the gold price. That makes sense. And everyone was saying that beforehand, and I'm just getting to this news now, people. Spot gold prices fell after the data. Of course, spot gold prices fell after the data and would last down 1.4% to 2342. Wow, we've seen lower since then. This is from June the 7th. Okay, so we've seen even lower prices. Now we'll take a look at the gold price in a second. Safe haven demand driven by geopolitical and economic uncertainty contributed to a rally in gold from March to May, yes, taking spot prices to a record 2450 on May the 20th. Here's the thing, China held 72.8 million troy ounces of gold at the end of May, which is unchanged from the end of April. So the data shows they haven't bought any more in May. The value of China's gold reserves rose to 170 billion at the end of May from 170 blah 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 blah. The PBOC, People's Bank of China, did not immediately reply to a Reuters request for comment. So I'd like to know where they get their data from, because it doesn't sound like China is giving off that data, but it must be this, you can tell by shipping lanes and this and that, and so it's obvious, like, you can call the suppliers and the suppliers go, yeah, no, we didn't sell anything to China in the month of May, for example. So that's probably where they're getting their data, rather than the PBOC going, yeah, no, we didn't buy any, because I don't think they've brought out any kind of actual official report, but it's from data, which I think you could reliably call that. Reliable. Demand from global central banks for gold has been elevated for 2 years, yes, supporting prices. Yes, the PBOC was the largest official sector buyer of gold in 2023, yep, with net purchases of 7.23 million ounces of gold, according to the World Gold Council, the most for a single year since at least 1977. Wow. So 2023 was their record gold buying spree. Quote, now this is from Ole Hansen, head of commodity strategy at Saxo Bank. Now this is Ole Hansen's opinion, and let's read that, just an opinion. Quote, China is nowhere near done buying gold, but the pause also highlights that they are humans. True. Balking at the prospect of paying record prices. Continue the quote, overall, gold is still consolidating and the news will likely prolong that phase. But overall, the long-term bullish outlook has not changed, he added. That is the end of the article. So let's drill down into those couple of quotes. So let's go back. China is nowhere near done buying their gold. I would agree with that. So we can't read the leaders of the PBOC. We can't read the leaders of the of Xi Jinping, and we can't read their minds and all that stuff. But it seems pretty damn logical that China's probably nowhere near done buying gold. I would agree with that. I think you would all agree with that. We can't read minds, but let's say it's a 99.99% chance they're not done buying, in everyone's opinion. But the pause also highlights that they're humans. Yes, duh. Balking at the prospect of paying record prices. Yes. So they're the whale, right? So the whales control the prices. Now, you can tell me that you disagree in terms of, and I'll just go back here. You can tell me that you disagree in terms of who's manipulating the prices. Really, is it manipulated by, the COMEX and all that sort of stuff? Probably more silver than gold. But the big whales, so the Chinese central bank, the largest buyer of gold that we know of, that we can tell, they're the whales. So they are going to affect the prices. So they're buying gold, that's sucking up all the demand. They've got all the demand that's sucking up a lot of the supply, so that the prices go up. This is just simple market stuff. And then they go, okay, well, we've bought a bunch. We've basically, pushed the price up to a certain amount. It's at a pretty high point. And now, all right, we're going to take a pause. And knowing that when they take the pause, well, instantly that news of that is going to see the price go down. And if they just pause for a couple of months, 2-3 months, that's their demand that's pulled out of the market. The supply remains the same. So removal of demand, supply staying the same, prices are going to naturally go down a bit. So that's just them playing the market. And that's a really smart move. And good on them. From a trading perspective, yep, great. So you're one of the whales. You're one of the entities that. Plus, and I'll get to your comments as well. Yes, plus the BRICS nations and all that. Obviously Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa as well. Yes, they'll be part of that. But China's still the biggest buyer. So yeah, they're going to affect the prices. So yeah, so they're just looking for a better deal. They bought a bunch. And then they're going, okay, we're going to take a pause right now. Let's see the prices just consolidate because we're not buying. And then once we're back to a certain point, we'll just start buying again. That's what I think they're doing. And I think that's pretty damn obvious. Can't read minds, but that's really obvious. They're going, yeah, all right, we're done for now. We've pushed the price up to here. We're going to stop buying, let it go back down to here, and then we'll continue buying. Make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. Now, I happen to think, well, actually, let me read this other bit out. Hang on. So I agree with that, saying that China is nowhere near done buying gold. Yeah, but the pause also highlights they're humans balking at the prospect of pay. Yeah, so they're letting the price go back down, and they'll start buying again. And the second part of that quote: overall, gold is still consolidating. Yep, and the news will likely prolong that phase. I agree with that. We'll go to my gold analysis. We'll start with that. But overall, the long-term bullish outlook has not changed. Absolutely agree. Couldn't agree more with Ole Hansen, head of commodity strategy at Saxo Bank. All right, so let's take a look at gold. And we're going to talk about that in relation to China. Actually, I'll quickly read some comments, actually. I will read some comments. Arthur's in the house. Oh, Arthur is here. Great, fantastic. I would love to get Matt on the show. Naka says, get Matt on the show. It's become the face. That's so true. I'd love to get Matt on the show if you'd love to be on. Arthur is in the house. Finally, Arthur, you made it, mate. A bit of price manipulation. That's exactly what it is. China buying and then not buying is complete. It's manipulation on their part. But if I were a whale, I would probably do the same thing. Or even if I didn't mean to do the same thing on purpose, my actions still take the market into a certain direction. So if I'm a benevolent whale, let's say I'm a benevolent whale, and I go, well, I'm not meaning to take the prices, but I just want to buy gold. So yeah, I'm going to buy my gold a bunch of months, and that takes the price up because I'm a bloody whale and I'm the biggest whale. And I go, well, okay, I'm done for now. So I don't want to see the price go down, but I don't want to buy any more right now. So then the prices go down. So yeah. Arthur says, you'll never know truly how much gold China has. Yep. Maybe until they reveal it one day, and then everyone will go, oh, a lot more than what we thought. Okay. Ray's in the house. Ray, good to see you, Ray. GMS, better late than never. It is better late than never to be on this show. Let's see. Now, Tony was talking about BRICS. BRICS collectively, so BRICS being Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, collectively has more gold than the West. Oh, yeah, I'd agree with that. And China is the big player in that one. 9th of June was the 50th anniversary of the petrodollar. Ooh, congratulations. Woo. Yay, petrodollar. Oh, we'll come back to that one. I still want to keep talking about the China thing. Okay, yep, there's a video. Yep. I'll get back to your question, LNG. Okay, so share the screen. Let's talk about this whole gold thing with China. As I posted on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum earlier today, oh, my internet's back. Okay, apparently my internet was gone, but now it's back. Okay, good to know. GMS, this is gold on the monthly time frame, still sticking for now with my 70% likelihood that we see my best buy zone hit before any new all-time highs. So I am going to stick with that, and that's partly to do with China. It could be mostly to do with China. But this is gold on the monthly time frame. This is China buying over the last 18 months. So where are we going back a year? June here. So they started buying they've been buying for a long time, but more aggressively around June. Saw that spike up. So China's going, yeah, we're done for the moment. We've hit a bit of a peak. We can see maybe the prices are ticking over for a little bit. It needs a bit of consolidation. So we're going to hold buying. And then lo and behold, the price goes back down. Now, if I were China and if I were watching my show, and who in China is not watching Good Morning Stackers? I have 306 subscribers now. That's roughly about the same population, isn't it? Right there. But if you're watching my show, and I think most people would be agreeing, if there's going to be a consolidation in the price, and it certainly seems to be that way now based on China halting buying last month, probably halting buying this month, I'd imagine, that at least I think still a 70% chance we head down to at least the top end of my best buy zone. That's between 2,250 US dollars and 2150 US dollars. I imagine, can't read minds, but that the People's Bank of China, the leaders there, are probably thinking around about the same thing. Buying at previous resistance is probably par for course. So I'd imagine, if they're consolidating their buying, they're not buying anymore, you could see the prices head down to around about possibly the bottom end of that best buy zone, 2,150, or anywhere up against this uptrend line right here. Very key line to hold. So that would be very key support. If that happened in the next 2 months, well, then you're taking it down all the way down to $2,000. But if it happened to spread over, 6 to 9 months, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not saying we're going to consolidate for 6 months. I'm just making a point. It could go anywhere down to, the bottom end of this target here of 2,080. So I think anywhere down to 2,080 is the point where China would go, okay, that's low enough for us now. We're going to start aggressively buying. Again, I don't think they're done with buying gold at all, but you never know. If they watch my show, it could be getting into the best buy zone anywhere down to 2,150. And then, of course, the PBOC who watches my show goes, it's down to the low end of Joe's best buy zone, so now we're going to start buying. So I'm going to stick with that for now. There's nothing yet telling me we're out of the woods from consolidating further in gold. Still a 70% chance we at least hit the top of the best buy zone at 2,250. So let's take a look at that a little closer. This is gold on the weekly time frame. Price in US dollars, 2,305 US dollars right now. Yeah, look, as you can see here, nothing's telling me we're out of the woods just yet. We had been extremely overbought for gold, and we are finding a little support level. What do you know? Gee, what do you know? Bouncing at this a level that I'd had drawn in previously of about 58.7. That's on the relative strength index on the weekly time frame. A little bounce there. Is that just a bounce? Yeah, we're in the downward direction. So that's just my opinion on that. Again, 70% chance we still hit the best buy zone area before we see new all-time highs. Let's pop onto the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we're definitely heading down. You can see that in the directionally we're heading down on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. But that means on the daily time frame we're starting to head towards the oversold area. That could be a couple of weeks at least, or in 2-3 weeks, or even a month or so before we get into extremely oversold on the daily time frame. But I think probably more likely we might spend some time there, potentially at least a 70% chance again of hitting that best buy zone. I did say yesterday, and I should have adjusted that. My apologies. What I meant to say, give me a sec. That's the rectangle. That's the horizontal line, not that one. That's the one right there. and that rectangle of right there. Yep, that's the one I want drawn in. I did say yesterday that what would negate the 70% chance was closing above, I think I said 2,305, and I didn't mean that, and I apologize. That's a brain fart, as they call it. I did mean to say what negates that. Closing above 2,350 is the area for me. So it's not 2,305 because you can see it's just nowhere near previous levels of resistance. And you could easily have a move back up to 2350 and find significant resistance there. Why also? Because you've got this little downtrend line, which I'm just drawing in for the first time right here. So there you go. You're contending with a downtrend line there as well. That's around about 2,350, previous level of resistance. So discount what I said about 2,305. I honestly did not mean to say 2,305. That's not a level for me, a major level for me at the moment. At least not a big one. On the daily time frame, you could say, yeah, maybe. I mean, on the daily, you could say, okay, if we close today above 2,305 right there, then you could say, oh, okay, it gives pause to think, oh, maybe we're going to bounce up and retest 2,350 as resistance, but that's definite resistance. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. So sticking with 70% chance, you've got my resistance level major, 2,350, buy zone, 2,250 to 2,150. China now not buying gold as far as we're aware. We won't know until the end of this month, probably, whether they started buying more gold in June. My guess is no. I think your educated guess is no. As well. Hit the thumbs up, of course, and hit the big red subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel already. And yeah, look, we're moving down on the relative strength index. Let's go back to the monthly. We'll just quickly show you that. That's why, look at the monthly. It looks a bit peaky. That's why. It's pretty obvious, I think, personally. Again, more than 70% chance we at least hit the top end there, somewhere in this range. And, you know, hey, if it heads down to like this previous peak of 2,080, I think China would be gobbling up gold, definitely. And I don't think they would wait to get down to there. Personally, can't read minds, but gee, even at 2,080, I'm buying gold at 2,080. I'm probably starting buying some more gold somewhere around this best buy zone, but this is just an indicator for you. So now, if you are dollar cost averaging, just do that. That's the best way to do it. Buy every single paycheck, once a month, pick a time for you, whatever it is, and just buy. But if you're the type of person that also has, I'm just going to save up a little bit extra cash in case we have a dip, and then I'm going to BTFD, buy that dip. If you're that type of person, then I would suggest, not financial advice, that coming down to this best buy zone would be a good starting point for going, oh, I've got that dry powder, and I'm going to ape a little bit more in of my spare cash. That's my opinion, not financial advice. You do you, and that's okay. That is the gold price. Watch for resistance at 2350. Look for the best buy zone to be potentially hit in the next couple of months. Of course, you'll get a daily analysis tomorrow. So, well, you know, that may adjust depending on where the prices go in the next 24 hours. Hit the big red subscribe button to stay updated. That is gold. Now let's take a look at silver. This is silver on the monthly time frame, $29.70 US. We did find some resistance here at 29.80, and I'll show you that in just a second. But this is the macro view of silver. If you're new to the channel, one of the new 7 subscribers overnight, welcome. I'm now over 300 subscribers. Good stuff. Right here, look, it's great to see that silver has been definitely in, as you can see right here, we broke this symmetrical triangle pattern over the last few months. We had a peak here at $32.50. Looks a little peaky. Am I saying definitely heading down to this area? As I said yesterday, no. But my best buy zone is between $28 down to 26 US dollars. A move down to 26 or even a spike below, all the way down to 24.50 would be really normal. And it's not cause for panic whatsoever. As I said yesterday, it'll be pretty much par for course. You break out, you have a retest, and then you're on your merry way, and then we just sail up, and then start making new interim highs and go towards the all-time high. 50%, more than a 50% chance at the moment that we do see a test of 28 at least. Could I be wrong? Yes. Would I be happy to be wrong? Yes, because then we're just sailing to the moon. But take a look on the daily time frame, the relative strength index, already been in, overbought, currently trending down. That's what you need to know there. On the weekly time frame, double top on the weekly time frame on the relative strength index, down below the yellow average, a little bit of a tick up right now, but you've got this resistance level here at about 65 on the RSI, and you've also still below, as I was telling you people, my lovely, wonderful people, right here of $29.80 US. I did posit yesterday that this was going to be resistance, and then I got a bunch of comments, which is completely fine. I got a bunch of comments after, like about 12 hours after, saying, oh, price is back up above 30. It's back up above 30. The price is back up above 30. I'm like, yeah, I know, I can see the price is back up above 30, but we haven't closed the day above it, and we're still hovering around that 29.80. So what did we do? We closed yesterday at below 29.80 right there. So this is the close of the market yesterday. Right here, that's Monday, June the 10th, and we closed at $29.74 US. We had a little spike to 29.80 and technically a spike to 29.80 right there, basically 29.81 cents. Okay, 29.80. We're pretty much right on the mark, and we did open above it, but oftentimes you can have a fake out in the first bit of time. So we're below 29.80, my resistance level that I keep talking about, people. So we're not out of the woods yet for silver. That still gives me pause to say more than a 50% chance. And I'll go with silver as well. I'll do the same for silver that I did for gold. I'm going to give it, here we go, drum roll please, a 70% chance. So still 30% chance I could be wrong. Hope I am. For those people who just want to see it continue up and you've done all your buying. But 70% chance we hit the top end of my best buy zone area, $28 at least, before we see new all-time interim highs for silver. What negates that? At least breaking above, and I won't say it negates it, but breaking above and holding 29.80 for a few days, that's a good sign. But again, breaking my final hurdle and holding any month above 31 US dollars tells me, oh no, it is 100% bull market territory. No doubt in my mind. We're going to see, we might have little dips here and there, but we're on our way upwards. Why am I talking about $31? Very, very key Fibonacci level. It's my final hurdle there. Imagine coming down to, $28 in the next month or two, something like that, breaking back up and then closing a month. So closing, pick any month. So a lovely green, maybe a little bit of a wick, but a green solid close above 31 US dollars. That tells me, oh man, we are on like Donkey Kong. There is no doubt in my mind. We're not there yet. So I'm still, while we're above 26, while we're above this downtrend line right here, I'm still in 99% bull market territory. Look, we're there. We're just having a bit of a consolidation, and that's cool. Just watch out for that best buy zone. Might want to load up a little bit more between somewhere in there. And you have an extra dip. Well, if you catch the falling knife, if you catch it, great, fantastic. But while we're under 31, I can't give you 100%. In my opinion, I'm 99% there. You know the deal. So that's where we are. We're under 29.80. So I'm still 70% chance we head down to at least 28 US dollars. But watch this best buy zone area. I've got my extreme case, wick only please, at 24.50. I don't want to see it close below 24.50. Otherwise, that's not good. But again, that's probably not going to happen in the next 24 hours. So let's see what happens in the next 24 hours as the market continues. Just bear in mind, again, we are trending down on the relative strength index on the daily time frame, and we haven't spent any time in extremely oversold on the relative strength index since all the way back to October last year. So we do have to spend some time eventually in extremely oversold, because we always do. It's a cycle. So that's my opinion. 70% chance we still hit the best buy zone. That is silver. Finally, we will go to platinum, and then we'll do some last comments, talk about the China stuff, do some shout outs. Any questions, get them in right now. About anything, economic stuff, some personal questions you can if you want. What do I think about XYZ? Anything, like anything bullion related, economic related, macro stuff, whatever you want. If it's too personal, I will tell you. And this is platinum right here. Yeah, depressed for platinum, I have to be. We're still below this downtrend line, so we broke 990 US dollars. So technically, I have to be depressed for platinum. We're back in this zone, and it's annoying. And what's a little interim support level? Okay, I'll give you a little interim support level. You want to see that? Right here. Whatever, platinum, man. Can you see? I'm so over platinum at the moment. It just teases us every time. So what I'm looking for right here, just so you know, I am doing this on the fly. So you're watching this in real time, me finding an interim support level somewhere in this level to say, okay, if we hold a certain level here, then we may not hit the bottom end of this uptrend line, which tells me, oh, that's not good. Okay. What am I looking at? You can probably see it right here. I think it aligns with, let's see, previous area of resistance here. Yeah, support-ish resistance. Yeah, I'm going to call it right here. I think that's about right. It's not exact, but it's about there. What do you know? It's about 950. Okay, sure, whatever. Platinum. Cancel that. Okay, sure. Let's see. Look, I have to be depressed for platinum. If we see some support here at 950 and then it breaks back up and it looks like it's going to peak above 990 again, okay, sure, I'll get a little bit excited, maybe, whatever. But if we break 950 and close any day below 950, then I'm saying, oh crap, we're probably definitely going to test the bottom end here, and that's around about your $900 mark for platinum. My best buy zone for platinum again is at between 900 to 750 US dollars. I won't go through all the reasons why. My previous subscribers know, and you know that I'm depressed for platinum while we're in this zone, while we're in this little range here between 990 to 1030. I'm in, okay, yeah, whatever, ho-hum. If I'm above 1030, I'm getting excited, and I'm ultra uber excited if we break 1,115, 1,120 US dollars, close it on a monthly time frame, and then I'm like, bull market, baby. We're good for platinum. But I'm depressed for platinum right now. And relative strength index looks like we're still moving downward on the daily time frame. That's all I've got to say about platinum. That has been gold, silver, and platinum analysis. We've also talked about China's central bank halting purchases. I think it's, again, I agree with Ole Hansen from Saxo Bank that it is just a pause and we're fine. It's just a pause. They've bought a bunch. They're the whale. They've decided to halt it because I don't want to pay record. China's going, I don't want to pay record prices that I took the price up to. So I'm going to stop. Let everyone just chill out for a bit. My demand goes away for a bit. Supply remains the same. Consolidation in prices, and then they'll just start buying again around about those kind of levels that I'm talking about. I think personally, could be wrong. All right, so here we go. Final comments and shout outs, etc. I'll answer your questions. We'll do some responding. We'll do a final synchronized slurp, and then you get out of here because you've got stuff to do, and so do I. Right here, including speaking to my awesome clients that I help launch their social media presence and cultivate their social media presence. So businesses that already have a social media presence, but if you're not so sure about it, if you have some questions, you're like, it's doing okay, but could I be doing it better? I'm the guy to speak to because you've seen me do all this stuff. Live still going? Yes, the live is still going. I think I dropped out there for a second. So, Alan G, I was going to return your question. Just tuning late, what's the story with the hat? Other things were going on this morning and I didn't have time to do the hair. That's it. That's what's going on with the hat. I did wear the hat in a previous live stream, so you may have missed that one. Let me see. Questions, comments. Jubilee, not sure. They have a 50-year agreement. Now the BlackRock. Pete repeat back to his comment. Now that BlackRock have infiltrated Bitcoin with ETF, will the manipulation start? Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I am in the crypto as well, as a lot of you know. Don't hold it against me, people. Let's see. Bunch of questions or comments. AP Valentini, welcome to the show. I haven't seen you on before, so welcome. So 2,100 US dollars is about, yes, 3,300 Australian dollars with current USD to AUD conversion. Yep. So around about that $2,100 mark. That's actually a little bit less than my best buy zone for gold for 21 US. But yeah, if it gets anywhere down to that 2,100, China's in, baby, and probably before that as well. And I'd be buying some more gold at $2,100 US. Yeah, man, for sure. Because that 2,100, that 2,080 gold level, peak. So it's an incredible support level. So around about 2,100, yeah. Tony Pearson says, example, notice how the footage... Oh, okay, we're talking about false flag events. Oh, did I just censor the channel by saying those two words? Probably. Always have an out of place. Oh, okay. Oh, we're really getting down the rabbit hole just there. That's right. This is interesting. We're going for the conspiracy talks. Yes, Tony, it's all a movie. Mainstream media are done. Yeah, whatever they say, do the opposite. I am quite the contrarian. Yeah, we could do a whole show on that. We can talk about, you know what we'll do. I'll plan a show soon, which I don't expect to do very good with views because I think the algorithm would just tamp it down. But I'll do a whole show dedicated to all the quote unquote really freaky conspiracy theories, and you know all the ones I'm talking about. I'll dedicate a show to that soon, I think, and you guys gather all your crazy ones, and we'll talk about those. Like I did the crazy gold storage stories, I'll do a crazy conspiracy stories kind of thing as well. I don't expect that to rate at all on the YouTube algorithm because they'll just go, no thank you. But that's fine. It's all about the GMS family here. So we'll have a good old sip of synchronized slurp and talk about good old conspiracies. But yeah, I'm a huge contrarian. It's a huge contrarian. Do I do everything contrarian? No, of course. Do I try and flap my arms and jump off the roof and fly? No, obviously. Naka says, please use AUD as well. I do AUD every now and then. So just for the newbie here, Nakas, I do gold and silver analysis as well, sometimes in AUD, but I mainly do it in USD because we have that extra thing of floating against the USD. So if we're weakening or strengthening, that affects our price in Australian dollars because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency, and I have international viewers as well, and pretty much it's like the USD is like the Esperanto of the currency world, if you know what I'm talking about there. If you're too young, you won't know what Esperanto is. But that was apparently supposed to be the world's language. So the USD is the world's currency. So we kind of base everything off that. But yeah, sometimes I do look at the AUD prices as well. AP Valentini also says 28 is the number of liftoff, I believe. What do you know? That just happens to be the top end of my best buy zone. Funny that. Alan G says, I know you could do a whole video on this, but any tips on getting work in the bullion industry? That's a great question. And I'll do a secret quick answer for you. And then that's a great topic. What a great topic to do. Thank you, Alan G. Here's the secret sauce. Be useful and be not mental. That's it. Be useful and don't be crazy. Do not come in being like, the gold and the secret cabal of the thing and there's conspiracy theorists of the thing and the 1970s. Just be normal and be trustworthy. That's all you have to do. Very likely, you probably need to be a former or a current purchaser of metals from the dealer that you're hoping to work at, preferably. I didn't do it that way, and I'll share my story another time. I got into the industry by being slightly annoying, but I was being persistent. But it was very good timing for me because the company that I got in with happened to be looking for someone at that time. I didn't know that at the time. I'd only been purchasing precious metals mainly internationally at the time, and then I was like, I want to work in this industry. I won't do the whole story, but basically I was a little bit persistent over a few months, resume, and then popping in follow-up calls. Then I had to go in and have long chats. They had to get to know me. Trust is everything. And it does help, if I was doing it again, it does help if you are a purchaser of metals at the place that you want to work from. And you're in the store. So in the store, going in, saying good day, you're a regular buyer in the store. People know your face. They get to you chat with everyone. And then eventually, you say at some point, hey, if you guys are ever needing to look for someone, don't do it on the first time you go in. Just say, hey, I'm looking for work, by the way, hey. And then if you're a decent person, then they will consider you. That's pretty much it. Tony Pearson says, send in a resume to the dealer you live closest to. Imperial were recently looking for staff in Brizzy. Yeah, that's part of it. Yes, sending in a resume, but I can tell you right now, as a person who has been part of the literally part of the hiring decisions, I wasn't the person doing the hiring, but I'm literally the first employee at different bullion at one particular bullion dealer, and the boss goes, what do you think? And we both look at each other and go, yeah, definitely, or not for us. So understand getting to know the people who work in that bullion business is what you want to do. Okay, don't bribe them. Don't bring in stuff and here's a lolly and here's the thing. Just be a nice, decent person. Alan G says, unfortunately, we don't have much on my Cold Island State. Oh, yes, Cold Island State, yep. Just a jewelry place and a numismatic place that sell bullion at crazy high premiums. Yeah, that's why you have everyone here on all the bullion dealers on the mainland, Alan G, that sell you great bullion for great prices, including free shipping from perthbullion.com.au. You want a great deal? You get great prices at perthbullion.com.au, Perth Bullion Exchange, and you get free shipping when you buy over certain amounts. Plug! We're going to end this in a second. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. AP Valentini says, again, buy it. That will work, but fractional, so you can be quiet. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I love fractional silver as well. Do I have a crypto channel? Yes, but I haven't done a video on there for a very long time. It's been a long time. I have my very first channel that I built up from 0 to nearly 10,000 subscribers back in 2017, 2018 in that last crypto bull market. Talked about other things. So I did talk about gold and silver as well, but mainly a lot of crypto stuff. That gone by the wayside because I just got busy. I was a new dad and all that. I've done a little bit of crypto there, but yeah, will I go back to it? Yeah, maybe. If I do talk about crypto, I'll probably do it on that channel, unless post a comment below. Should I also include on Good Morning Stackers a little bit of crypto stuff as well? Because stacking, well, we stack precious metals, but crypto people also stack sats. They stack satoshis. They're satoshi stackers. So it is emerging. It is they are they're not mutually exclusive. So do you post a comment now? Do you want to see a little bit of crypto stuff on this, or would it just turn you off? Yeah, I don't. The only thing I don't want to do, I just want to turn you on, people. I don't want to turn you off. Pete Repeat says, yeah, no crypto here. Yeah. I have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, in 1 ounce silver. Yes, the Bitcoin rounds. Hazard says, yes, that would be an interesting show for the conspiracy theory stuff. Yes, I agree. That is it, people. I think I have no other comments to respond to. If I missed yours, I apologize. We're just getting so large here that sometimes I'm not going to see every single comment and I won't have time to respond because we're just growing like no one's grown before. It's at levels never seen before. It's at levels never seen before. Levels never seen before. Who knows that? It's yeah. Levels never seen before. Everybody's been talking about it. Did you know? That would be amazing, Joe. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, no worries, mate. That would make a great show. Stackers a cluey. Yes, it would. So I think we'll do a conspiracy theory based full show and get your crazy ones out there, and we'll talk about it. And it'll probably get removed from YouTube, but yeah, whatever, man. I'll take the hit for you. I'll take the hit for entertainment. Let's see. That was no to talk about crypto. Yeah, it's probably a pretty solid no from you guys. That's fine. I don't have to do that. The interesting thing here is the gold to Bitcoin ratio. I think is an interesting one to look out for, but I don't have to do it here. That's fine. You lead what I do, pretty much. Dance for me, monkey boy. No, but you're my audience. You're my customer, and the customer, out of interest, if you're running a business, you don't tell the customer what your business is. Your customers tell you what your business is over time. It's exactly the same for the GMS family. You tell me where this show goes by telling me, yeah, do that. No, Dad, I don't want to see this. Yes, I want to see that. Okay, Nakas, maybe a bit to see the interest and go from there. Yeah, I'll go with the main no for this one, but you never know. I might just pop it in and see how we go. Tony says, I'll pass on the tinfoil hat. I'll pass out the tinfoil hats on that show. It's going to be a great show. Is that tomorrow? I'll let you know. I'll let you know in a bit of time. Okay, it may not be tomorrow. So, okay, people, that is it. We've done it. You have watched Good Morning Stackers for Tuesday, the 11th of June, 2024. We talked about China's thing. We've done that, the whole deal. Grab your beverage for the last synchronized slurp of the day. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
World's longest synchronized slurp.
It's podcast
That's the
time.
theme song, people. Stay safe,
Grab a tasty
stay
beverage.
informed,
Let's
keep
get in the
stacking,
groove.
and
Synchronized slurp. Now we're on the move.
I'll see you
Good morning, Stack.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.